Hey everybody, Travis here. I am actually out in San Diego doing a little traveling right now. And so I wanted to shoot this video for a couple of reasons. Number one being that I thought it was really cool that I can share this because I'm able to do this stuff while I'm traveling. But number two, to show you kind of where we're at with Interoptin, I wanted to give you, this is going to be kind of a longer video because I'm going to show you some campaigns that I'm running and show you some methodology behind those campaigns. So let's go ahead and dive into what I got going on here. So essentially, I decided that I wanted to start testing this extremely hard in niches that are relatively obscure, and try to build a list, because I believe that list building directly relates to earning income, right? Because if you have an email list, you can mail that list and you can send them stuff that you can make money off of. And so getting the list out, right from step one, that's the most important part, I think, in my opinion. So I figured, okay, let's set out to build a list. And I wanted to build a pretty specific list, not just a freebie seeker list, or you've heard that phrase before, I'm sure. So I actually set up to do two different campaigns, one in the pug niche and one in the paleo niche. I'm going to show you my ads. I'm going to show you essentially everything that I've done to target these niches, and you can replicate them. So with Interoptin, the very first thing you're ever going to do is add an autoresponder. It's very simple. You just click Add New. You choose which one you actually want to add. If you have just basic HTML code, that's fine too. I just suggest using the APIs because they work great. Right now, I'm using SendLane. They're my favorite. They're the best as far as I'm concerned when it comes to everything. And number two, the reason that I really like SendLane is because they have single opt-in API by default. I think that's a very underrated feature. So you've got your autoresponder set in. You just go into the campaign section, and you can see here these are existing campaigns that I've already done. I'm going to show you two different campaigns to show you a little bit of the difference between what actually is going on. So number one, what I did is I said I went to BuzzSumo, and they're great because they show you the most trending like posts on the internet, essentially. So I went to Trending Now. This shows you the last 24 hours. And I went through and said, okay, where do I want to generate leads? I mean, literally, this is how I started it. I was like, where do I want to generate leads? So I went through and, I was just looking around, and I was like, okay, I don't know how much of this stuff applies to me. I don't have any political pages or, photography pages. But if I did, some of this stuff would be pretty cool because I know that it's very popular. If I had a country music page, this would be good. If I had a political page, this would be good. One about lions or endangered species, whatever. Sports, again, political, anything viral. Usually littlethings.com, they're very good with anything viral. So you can go through, and obviously right now, big story around the whole Mrs. Universe thing. This is the day after the Miss Universe problem. Well, I went through here, and what I found was this article on, and I'm wondering if it's not here anymore because just the day has changed. Things are, the virality of the day is changing. But I found a page that was, I'll show you, photographer captures hungry dogs' hilarious expressions when they catch treats. So I have a pug page on Facebook, as most of you know, and I decided to use this because in there, the photographer got images of some pugs, and it worked out perfectly. So I will show you the page itself. Looks like what's behind this image here. It's the bored panda, and behind there's a bunch of pug, pictures of different dogs. So I threw in the main link. I gave it a name, campaign notes. I set the pop-up after 20 seconds. When they opt in, they're going to see a shirt campaign that I've done. Nothing special. I'm sending them right there because I don't have anything else to send them to, like a novelty store or anything. I'm also redirecting exit traffic to my pug page as well. So when anybody tries to leave the bored panda page, they're going to see this exit. So that's the actual campaign. Now what I want to do is I want to show you the campaign statistics to kind of give you a little idea. So what I did was I went to Facebook and I created an ad to promote that post. So I'm going to show you exactly what that is. That's this photographer post here. As you can see, right now I have spent, where does it show? $4.37. The statistics on this, and you can see this is Pug Photography Post. So let's actually click in it, and I want to show you the actual ad. This is the actual ad that I'm running. So what I did was I posted this link to my Pug page, and thanks to Interoptin, it's got a cool vanity domain, today's buzz. In Interoptin, you can choose the vanity URL. You also get to choose the headline, and you can choose the body copy. And so I changed it a little bit, tweaked it, made it a little bit more interesting. We've got some training coming up in Interoptin that's going to show you some really cool tricks for writing headlines that grab people's attention. But obviously this worked out really well. It was a pretty prime picture of a pug. And so you can see in the mobile news feed as well, it looks very good. So, and you can also see I've got 56 shares on this already, which is great because that's free traffic. So that, I think, to me is the key to this entire system, is all the sharing that's going to be going on. And I'm going to show you some performance and click breaks down here. All the sharing that's going on is just free traffic. So you can see here I've gotten 189 clicks on my link for 2 cents. Now that's super untargeted only because it's not actually going to my website, quote unquote. But it is going to a website where I control the exit traffic, and I control a pop-in that shows up after 20 seconds. Now you can have it show up right away. Maybe your niche is more particular. You can show it up right away. And I do have another Pug campaign that I'm running, and I'll show you that one as well. That one is Doug Pug Post. And so what I did here, this is another interesting side note. I did a bit of what I call a sort of duality targeting. So I've gotten 3,293, so 3,293 clicks for 2 cents a click. In total, I've spent $65 for 3,293 clicks, and of that 65, I've gotten about 40 to 50 subscribers with a very bad pop-up. I did a very basic bad pop-up, and halfway through, I realized that it looked even worse on mobile, which is where most of this traffic is coming from. If you look here, I mean, I've only spent $1.90 on desktop, which, maybe that's something I look into, is going to potentially going to desktop only, but mobile traffic is kind of where it's at right now. And Interoptin templates are very mobile optimized. So what I did here was I actually targeted people who like Doug Pug. So I found a Doug Pug article 2 days ago. Doug Pug is like the most popular pug on Facebook. And the thing was 5 things you didn't know about Doug Pug. I then targeted people who like Doug Pug, so I know that they're interested in maybe hearing more about him. And I targeted people who like coffee, the intersection point between those two. So everybody who likes coffee and Doug Pug saw this. When they go to this page, after 30 seconds, a pop-up, or actually, as soon as they go to the page, a pop-up appears, and it says, hey, do you like coffee? You like pugs and coffee? Well, I already know they do, so it's pretty specific. And it says, enter your name and email below for a chance to win this free hoodie. So I figure after, if I get 10 sales, maybe I'll give one away. I'll just go to the email list and give one away. I don't guarantee that anybody's getting one. I just say for a chance to win. So that's kind of the sales tactic that I use for that one. And I can then email that list. And as you can see in SendLane, I've gotten 46 subscribers to my Pug Nation page. That's pretty good. 46 subscribers. And it was literally, I just started this 2 days ago. So it's going to optimize. It's going to get better. And then this campaign, the stats you're seeing here, is the campaign that I set up just today. So it's 9 conversions off of 491 impression pops. So what that just means is I've sent 880 clicks. I've only popped the impression 500 times. Of that, 9 people have subscribed, and that's pretty on purpose because, again, in the pop-up it shows an image of, or it talks about, entering in for a chance to win a free shirt. It's not like giving away a freebie because, again, this is an obscure niche. Like, what else? Why would you join a list for pugs? but I wanted to prove that it worked in this niche so that I could prove that, if it works in this niche, imagine how easy it'll work in BizOp or anything where people are more apt to opt in. MLM, network marketing, self-improvement, entrepreneurship, things like that, where they know they're going to opt into a list for that. Even jewelry stores, Shopify stores, stuff like that. You can build a huge list with this. The idea being you find viral traffic. I mean, look, this is 14 seriously smart ways to hide your booze in your outfit. You take this link, throw it in an opt-in, and you put an opt-in form on it that says something about, jewelry or outfits or whatever your store is about. It's all this content is viral stuff, and it's free to use BuzzSumo. So I just use this, find out what's viral. And, if you have a specific niche, say you're in business, you can go in here and you could, promote any of these. And if it's, relevant to what you're doing, then, your content will go viral. Like mine is done. And here's the most important part. Let's go back to the ads here. I'm getting action here for, this is a video that's unrelated to Interopt-In, but this is 2 cents per and 1 cent per engagement. This one just started, so this one's going to get really good. This one is the Doug Pug one, so maybe at some point it's either worth it or not. But right now I'm getting leads for like $1.25, so that's not bad. I definitely will let this run just to build a list and be able to remarket to it. So there's those two. And then what I also did was I created a paleo one. And I literally haven't even tested this one yet, so let's take a look. Cool. So I'm getting 151 clicks. The pop-up on this one is even more specific because, again, I just wanted to see what could happen. If I did a pop-up for maybe free paleo recipes in your inbox or something, I'd get pretty good amount of opt-ins, I would assume, and I could probably force people to opt in, even things like that. So what I did to get traffic here, this is all free traffic. As you can see here, I have a paleo one for 10 cookies, but it's inactive, and it hasn't been active for days, actually weeks. The last time I ran that one. What I did was I went to Reddit. And let's see if I can find the actual, I went to Reddit and I posted the link on Reddit. Now here's what's great about it. I went to BuzzSumo. Let's go most shared. Let's type in paleo. Let's go 24 hours. Now I happen to find in the top 10 here, there was like a holiday one, but look, I mean, you got how to have a paleo Christmas. So take that one. It's viral because it's one of the most shared ones in the last 24 hours. And I created on Facebook a paleo. It's called Paleo Nation. It's a fan page. And so I started promoting that through Paleo Nation, and I turned it off because it started off at 9 cents per engagement. That was 10 cookie recipes. I tried this a couple of days ago, and it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I then went to Reddit, and I posted it on Reddit, and you can see here I've gotten 7 plus ones or ups, which moves your link up. And this is literally a link. Check this out. When they click on it, they go to what looks like 10 festive holiday cookies. I have the vanity URL, alltherecipes.co. Nice little vanity. And then my pop-up comes in. Finally, you can get an organic, all-natural, paleo-friendly superfood supplement. Enter your name and email below to get the first look. It's also mobily responsive. I wanted to see if so this is what it would look like on a mobile device, which is great because that's where most of the traffic comes from. Now, that's not true necessarily from Reddit. So that's something you want to pay attention to is when you're making these systems. That's probably why I have a low conversion because, as you can see, it's not exactly a super attractive pop-up on the desktop, but on mobile, it looks great. It's also sort of not it doesn't really give you much to work with on mobile, so maybe I work this out and change it around a little bit. We've got some really cool full-page templates coming as well that are going to make that a little bit easier. But again, this is 158 clicks of totally free viral traffic using the method. So now that I know that, and I can go through here and see, so 93 people have been iPhones, 73 Android, and then it's kind of a mix of everything else. Looks like mostly Chrome and Apple, so a lot of Definitely a lot of Apple devices. Most of my traffic is mobile, but a good amount is desktop. So I haven't found the right pop-up to appeal to these people, but I know I can get a ton of traffic. I mean, 304 clicks, 158 today. I definitely know that there's some growth that I can move on with that. So I'm excited to see what I can do with that. I can always find more viral traffic. I can always keep posting to Reddit. It's free every single time you post. You just don't want to overpost, and you want to make it look like this is a legit post. And so that way you've captured as much traffic as you can with that little pop-up. You get a couple of people, it's all free. So that's free, totally viral list building. And then also what's nice about Reddit is if somebody picks that link up and they share it with another subreddit, you're going to get more free traffic, and they're not even going to know that they're sharing your system. So it's pretty great. That is a little example of what I'm doing with Interoptin right now. I'm going to be doing a bunch more campaigns, and I'll be doing a lot more in the BizOps space because, as you can see, when you make a new campaign, you go to the pop-up settings. I'm just going to put a random URL in here that I'm going to delete. So we'll have that go on page load, redirect. I just want to use this to show you guys what we have. See, we already have a bunch in the system, so you could use this. Let's use this one. For BizOp, this is a pretty good one. So, business opportunity, make money online, that sort of thing. So we've got some that are already pre-set up that you can use. Just change the wording around a little bit, but just wanted to give you guys an insight as to what's going on. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks.